So what's going on, everyone? Today we're going to talk about Ondo. After the massive crash that occurred in altcoin space, we're going to see if this currency is going to continue to go the same direction after this high volatility event that occurred on October the 10th, because it looks like that's the case. It looked like the market in Ondo is going to continue to go lower. We're going to try to update this chart from what it looks like now, because on this one day, the market in Ondo has completely eradicated all of the buyers that we suspected were in these buy pockets. All of them were wiped out. So that tells us that the overall trend, which we've already known was in a downtrend, is definitely in that place now. So we're going to talk about that. But before I do, welcome everyone to the channel. Make sure you guys hit that like, share, and subscribe as always, because we are here to give you all a different perspective. We want to show you, and as well give you opportunity to try it yourself, that you can also predict price movement without being confused, so that you can be ahead of everyone else. That's really where we get our edge from, is our ability to make sure that we are in front of everyone else to these prices and where they're going to be. So we definitely need to update this chart for Ondo, and we're going to do that right now. So first of all, as we always do on this particular channel, we go back and reflect on what happened to the price versus our prediction. You guys can see that we're looking for Ondo to go higher. Okay. Right there on October the 3rd, we came through, did a price prediction, looking for the market to go higher. And it probably did for about 2 days, 3 days, but it got snagged. It got stopped right here at that sell pocket around 95 cents. That is where the market in Ondo got rejected by the sellers. We knew that. We had that target right there. We already had a sell pocket listed in Ondo, reflecting that sellers were there in that area, and they really became engaged following October the 6th, because the next day the market went down 5.5%, and then we didn't come up no higher after that. Okay, so yeah, that's what happened. The market was controlled by the sellers. Now, we can't say, given the price action in Ondo, that this market was due to not go down, because the downtrend into the market was also intact. The market was making lower highs, made a high here, and then it made a lower high back in mid-September. And we identified that in Ondo. That's why we wasn't extremely bullish in the prediction of looking where the market is going to go. Okay, so loss was around 12% on the day the volatility spiked in the cryptocurrency space, which is cool considering a 70%, what is that, 73.25% drop in price from where the market was when we initiated this prediction. So I'll take that any day. Let's go and get rid of that. And just like we got rid of the prediction, we're going to get rid of these buy pockets here in the market in Ondo, because those buyers were not there to support this cryptocurrency's price. Just like that. So now we're going to start fresh. We're going to lay out again where we suspect the market buyers and sellers to be. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to mark where these sellers are for Ondo. So that's one area there. We're going to create one more sell pocket for Ondo, and it's right here. Okay, and this is a buy pocket right there. So as the market is currently down 5%, it's logical to think that we're going to get an initial spurt, or some people who's going to try to come in and support the price in Ondo right there. So we're going to make that into a pocket of buying as well too. So there's a chance that today, tomorrow, the market may try to move up higher, considering that this is a last low in the market in Ondo since October the 10th. So yes, expect some people to come in and try to support their positions and not let this cryptocurrency go down. However, let's go ahead and look at this on a different time frame. Here it is on the 2. Okay, so nothing too much here outside of us not getting a follow through following that 2-day price bar. Follow through means we didn't see the next 2-day price bar continue to go higher. Here it is, 2-day price bars in, and the price is right back to where it started on the open of that 2-day price bar. Look at this on the 3. Okay, so yeah, we're still in a downtrend into the market in Ondo. This may be, in fact, right here, a very big area of buying. Okay, so when let's bring this back over to the daily, you should be able to see, okay, it's right here. It's pretty much in the same spot that the market in Ondo closed on October the 10th. And then those buyers also came through and supported the price there too. So we're going to hold that there because that's pretty big. Well, we really shouldn't hold it because the market did fall below that pocket. So let's get rid of it. Let's bring the other one back. And let's get rid of that then. Okay, start fresh. Okay, so now let's look at this on the 4. Okay, you can see on the 4-day bar, the last one that was printed, that the market closed off of the highs, indicative of sellers still present, which is not good if you're a buyer. Let's look at this on the 5. Okay, so the same thing on the 5. So right now is not an opportunity to come in and view and look for Ondo Finance. We really need to see if the buyer is going to approach this price again like they did following October the 10th, because if so, then yes, this may transition over into being a buying opportunity. But given the volatility, given that so many people right now shook, they were liquidating out their positions, we may continue to see a slow, methodical movement to the downside in Ondo. Okay, so look at this on the 3-weekly chart. You guys can see that the low was 25 cents, pretty much where the market was trading when it initially started trading back in 2024 off of this exchange. Crazy. Okay, so that's it on the 5 weeks. Let's look at this on the monthly chart. And now let's look at this on the 11-hour time frame. You guys see where the buyers are. Okay, look at all this volume that came into the market in Ondo right here off of that 11-hour price bar. So we're going to see if the market momentum is going to change from the selling to the buying right now. Because if it's going to happen, it's going to happen soon right there off of that 11-hour bar. Here it is on the 5-hour chart. You guys can see that we did receive a sell off the prior 5 hours. Market is currently holding the sellers off of this current 5-hour bar, and we got 40 minutes left before this 5-hour price bar print. So again, I'm telling you now, it looks as if the market buyers want to keep price up and not let it fall any further. But looks can be deceiving. Look at this on the 3. Okay, so we want to see follow through in the market for Ondo. So like right here on the 3 is the sell pocket. So even if we do see buyers bounce off of that current buy pocket around 70 cents, they have to overcome this sell pocket. And then here's another one right here. Okay, so yeah, you might see the price go higher off this initial bounce in Ondo, but you might just see price get rejected at this first pocket, which is still 7% move up. Like that's a decent move higher price. It may even hit 8 cents, or I'm sorry, 80 cents, which is around 11.75%. So this is still a good run if Ondo does in fact hold that potential area, this buy pocket, it tries to go higher. Okay, now let's look at this on the 30-minute chart because we want to see if there's any other buyers in Ondo below 68.69 cents, and it looked like it is right here. So we're going to identify this area now as a buy pocket on the 30-minute chart. Let's see if we can get this on the 5-minute. Okay, so here's the other buy pocket all the way down here around 30 cents. Now, I don't think it's going to go that low, I don't think, but it's feasible for us to see Ondo come back down maybe to 61 cents. All the way down to 45. All right, so now let's run this back to the daily and see this. Okay, so that's a very wide pocket right there. So we may just see Ondo touch 60 cents and go higher, or it may fill this whole pocket of buying. Okay, so let's be prepared for that. So right now, I am leaning more towards being in favor of sellers in this go around. So we're going to mark that as a logical idea to see this cryptocurrency go down. However, we're just going to try to target the low of this first buy pocket around 68 cents. It's only 6.5%, 6.4. Our second target is going to be around 60.5 cents, which is 17.01. And if it really gets weak, let me see, what was that? It's on 30-minute. And we're going to try to target right here, the low of this 30-minute bar, which is around like 51 cents. All right, so let's run this back. That's like 29.5% move to the downside there. Okay, so that is it. Of course, we want to pay attention to see if those buyers are actually going to hold price now. Because if it does, then yeah, this price is not going to go right. I want to tell you that right now. So let's be on the lookout for that. See if it occurs. See these buyers become stronger. See the volume increases. See if we support this pocket of buying. And then if it does, that gives you your clue. It tells you right then and there that the low into the market in Ondo is trying to keep itself from going lower. All right, so that's it. Let me know your thoughts. Make sure you maintain profit, and as always, trade different.